Is arguably the most important discovery in human history. A fractal is a shape that repeats itself forever. No matter how much you zoom in, the pattern endlessly multiplies. The most famous one is the Mandelbrot set. It comes from one incredibly simple math equation, but it generates infinite detail. You could zoom in forever and never see the exact same shape twice. Warning, your mind is about to be blown. The entire universe might just be a giant fractal. Think about it. If one tiny rule can create infinite complexity on a screen, what if the Big Bang was exactly that? Not a random explosion, but a single basic rule that started multiplying into stars, planets, and us. It sounds insane, but look at nature. Trees grow from one trunk, splitting into branches, then twigs, all copying the same shape. Even you started as a single cell that kept dividing. It proves reality doesn't need complicated instructions. The universe builds infinite beauty from simple math, repeated over and over. This is our asteroid Apophis is coming back to make an extremely close approach to Earth on April 13th, 2029. And the details are actually crazy. This rock will be 10 times closer to us than the moon. It's literally going to fly closer than our satellites in the geostationary belt. Because of this, it's going to get so intensely bright you'll be able to see it with the naked eye from certain parts of the world. But here's where things get wild. Being so close means Earth's gravity will have a notable impact on the asteroid and physically alter its path. It's going to pass right through what scientists call a gravitational keyhole. If it threads this exact spot, it could lead to through what scientists call a gravitational keyhole. If it threads this exact spot, it could lead to a potential, but still very unlikely, impact when it returns in 2068. But honestly, this 2029 approach isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Nature is delivering this right to our doorstep, allowing us to study the rock in unbelievable detail. Asteroid. Nikola Tesla had to be a time traveler because the things he invented shouldn't have existed in his lifetime. He created the exact electrical system the entire world still uses today. Your lights, your phone chargers, all Tesla. He could build and test complex machines entirely in his head, fixing flaws without ever touching a tool. Even modern engineers can't do that. In 1898, he built a remote-controlled boat. People were so freaked out they thought it was magic, forcing him to open it up to prove it wasn't alive. Before airplanes even existed, he predicted smartphones, Wi-Fi, drones, and self-driving cars. Obsessed with a wireless world, he shot 20-foot lightning bolts from massive coils and wirelessly lit lamps from 26 miles away. Despite inventing the future, he died completely broke. The government instantly seized his research because even they didn't understand what he was building. He changed the world entirely self-funded. Imagine what he could have done with today's technology. Nikola Tesla had to be a time traveler because do you know what happens by the time you die? In the very first minute of your life, over 30 million of your cells have already died and been replaced. And that is just the start. By the time you turn 1, you'll have taken your first 20 million breaths. Suddenly you're 10, and your skeleton has completely rebuilt itself, secretly renewing every single bone in your body as you grow. By 25, you'll have taken over 50 million steps. Bro, that is literally enough to walk the entire length of planet Earth. Now in a blink, you're 50. You've experienced 300,000 laughs. But crazy enough, you've also spent 17 straight years of your life totally unconscious and asleep. And finally, by age 73, your heart has pulled off the ultimate marathon, taking an insane 2.5 billion beats. It actually produces enough physical electricity inside your chest to keep a light bulb on for an entire year. You walk around every day not even realizing it, but your body is the most insane machine ever built. You know what happens? If you're swimming in the ocean and see this coming toward you, don't even bother running. It's already too late. This is the Ningen, a 60-foot-long, massive humanoid lurking in the deepest parts of the sea. In 2022, whale researchers spotted what looked like a pale, smooth creature. But as it surfaced, they realized it had actual human hands and fingers. It stared at their ship before vanishing into the abyss. But the trail goes back further. In 2005, Google Earth captured a massive, distinct shape near Namibia that scientists quickly dismissed as just an iceberg, despite it looking perfectly biological. Then, in 2010, a Japanese team filmed a creature on the seafloor with a giant smiling mouth and tiny dark eyes. Some claim it's just a sea snake, but others swear these things can walk upright on land like a person. Most of the footage is reportedly being suppressed by governments to prevent a total public meltdown. And the word Ningen literally means human in Japanese. You still ready to go swimming? If you're swimming in the ocean, you wouldn't last 10 seconds in the real ice age, and you won't believe the last creature on this list. Back then, nature wasn't just cold. It was a total nightmare where survival wasn't even an option for most. Everything was built to end you instantly. First is Arctodus simus, the short-faced bear. This 12-foot monster could outrun a horse. If it caught your scent, you were already a memory. Then there's the dire wolf. These weren't regular dogs. They had bone-crushing jaws and hunted in packs that would stalk you for miles until you collapsed. Next is the Megatherium. Imagine a giant ground sloth the size of an elephant with 6-inch claws like meat hooks. One swipe and it's game over. Then the Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat. Those 7-inch daggers were designed for surgical precision. It didn't just bite, it deleted you. But the deadliest of all, humans. We didn't have claws or speed, but we had the strategy. We were the only things crazy enough to hunt the monsters hunting us. You wouldn't last 10 seconds in the real life. Fish die if they stop swimming. So how on earth do they ever sleep? For most animals, sleep means laying down and turning off your brain. But if a tuna does that, they stop breathing and die. It sounds like a total survival nightmare, but nature actually programmed a wild workaround called uni-hemispheric sleep. Basically, their brain is split into 2 separate halves that take turns hitting the power off button. While one side goes into a deep nap mode, the other half stays fully awake, steering the body and keeping it slowly moving forward. Scientists can actually see this on a brain scan. One half goes quiet while the other lights up like it's wide awake. This keeps the water flowing over their gills so they don't suffocate while they're dreaming. It's like having a permanent cruise control that lets them drift through the dark ocean while they're technically unconscious. And tuna aren't even the weird ones. Wait until you hear what dolphins dream about. Fish die if the current American flag was literally designed by a high school kid, and his teacher actually gave him a bad grade for it. We know Betsy Ross sewed the first 13-star flag, and as America expanded, it grew to 48. But in 1958, a teenager named Robert Heft needed a history project. Bro heard rumors that Alaska and Hawaii were about to become states, so he stays up all night sewing a 50-star flag. He turns it in thinking he nailed it, but his teacher drops a B- on his desk because it had the wrong number of stars. Robert is heated, so the teacher sarcastically tells him, "If Congress adopts this, I'll change your grade." Challenge accepted. Robert goes on a mission, calling the White House 18 times and sending 21 letters. He literally spams the government until one day after school, the phone rings. It was the president calling to make his project the official U.S. flag. It flew for the first time on July 4th, 1960, and you already know he made that teacher change his grade to an A. Current American flag. I was just curious, said the Russian scientist who injected himself with a 3.5 million-year-old bacteria. Bro, he might have just unlocked human immortality. Back in 2009, Anatoly Bruchkov found an ancient bacteria frozen deep in the Siberian permafrost. Against all odds, it was still completely alive. But here is where it gets crazy. When injected into mice, fruit flies, and crops, it didn't hurt them. It actually made all of them live way longer. Because modern science couldn't figure out exactly how it worked, getting approval for human trials was totally impossible. So Anatoly quite literally said YOLO and injected it straight into his own bloodstream. The results are mind-blowing. Almost 16 years later, not only is he still alive, but he claims he feels better than ever. He has insanely high energy levels and hasn't caught a single cold or flu since. If this microbe really is the literal fountain of youth, whoever cracks the code is going to be the richest person in human history. Don't read the comments. It will spoil the very satisfying ending. In 1999, an obsessed 20-year-old broke into a 16-year-old's house, demanding she date him. When she refused, he took her life and attacked her 14-year-old sister. But he messed up. The younger sister survived and instantly identified him. In court, this dude showed zero remorse, even calling his victims stupid. When sentenced to the death penalty, his tough guy act vanished. He cried, begging for mercy, and it worked, because a legal loophole downgraded his sentence to life in jail. Thinking double jeopardy made him untouchable, he made the dumbest mistake ever. He wrote an arrogant letter to the prosecutor, bragging about beating the system and confessing to every single detail. The prosecutor handed it to a judge who took one look and said, "Yep, this is new evidence." That single letter entirely voided his loophole. He was dragged right back to court, resentenced to death, and a few months later, this lowlife was gone. Don't read the You've been lied to your entire life about the T-Rex. They didn't sound like this at all. You probably recognize that iconic roar from the movies, but Hollywood got it completely wrong. The issue here is that roaring is a mammal thing. Lions and tigers roar, but the roaring is a mammal thing. Lions and tigers roar, but the T-Rex wasn't a mammal. Their closest living relatives are actually crocodiles and birds, and neither of those roar. So to get an accurate recreation of what a T-Rex sounded like, scientists had to mix a deep crocodile rumble with a bird's guttural hiss. When you hear it put together, it's actually way scarier than anything in the movies. What's even crazier is that you would feel the sound in your bones. Imagine walking through a dead silent forest and suddenly hearing this. The megalodon has been extinct for 2.6 million years. Or has it? In 2022, scientists dragging nets off Australia found a massive underwater shark graveyard. They pulled up hundreds of teeth from makos, great whites, and a megalodon ancestor. But here's the terrifying question. What monster ate all those sharks? Later that year, another crew picked up a 50-foot, 40-ton shark on their scanner. Panic set in until they realized it was just a giant, tightly packed school of fish. But not every sighting is a false alarm. Of course, it's always Australia, bro. In the 1960s, a millionaire's 86-foot boat broke down near the Great Barrier Reef. While anchored for repairs, the crew watched in pure shock as an unimaginably huge shark slowly glided alongside them. They knew it wasn't a whale. They claimed this beast literally rivaled their entire ship in size. The men kept it a total secret for years, terrified people would think they were crazy. Megalodon has... This is genuinely heartbreaking to say, but this video might be the end of my entire channel. I just received the worst notification of my life. YouTube has completely demonetized me for inauthentic content. I have no idea what I did wrong. The problem is, YouTube is run by AI robots now instead of actual humans, and they are wiping out creators by mistake. I'm not alone. Hundreds of other big ranters have been targeted in the last few days. And I need to be real with you guys. This channel is how I survive. I have a busy life and real responsibilities, and without this income, I literally cannot afford the time it takes to keep making these videos for you. It crushes me, but I might have to quit just to pay my bills. The only chance I have left is you. Please, go to my Twitter, repost the tweet, and tag Team YouTube. We need to make enough noise to get a real human to look at this. I'm really scared. So, if this is truly my goodbye, I will leave you with a final... This is genuine. Scaring people as a siren head in murder mystery.
Why don't I jump scare this guy for no reason? The gun is right there, but it's not like she's gonna get it. Never mind.
Okay, if that's how you want to do it, then good luck dodging this. This guy is probably having dinner with his family, so I win. Scaring people as a siren head in murder mystery.
Why don't I jump scare this guy for no reason? The gun is right there, but it's not like she's gonna get it. Never mind.
Okay, if that's how you want to do it, then good luck dodging this. This guy is probably having dinner with his family, so I win. Scaring people as... Today I will be trapping people in murder mystery. I'll start off by placing a trap right next to this door and wait until someone steps on it. Well, look who we have here. I tried it again and some e-girl fell for my trap.
Say goodnight.
Dude.
Since that didn't work, I tried something else. This time I decided to glitch inside walls and jump scare people. Where do you think you're going? I think I hear the sheriff. You can't run from me, buddy. Girl, you are not escaping my left-right good night. And just like that, I totally won the game. Today I will be trapping...
The way you
Trolling people in murder mystery as a ladder. I had no idea on what to do, so I simply cloned myself. And anyone who would walk by would have no idea on what's going on. Let me just eliminate her real quick. Look at the sheriff casually walking by. Out of nowhere, some hacker spawned in and took her away. Somehow she escaped, but then he came back for her. When I got murder again, I tried it one more time.
Why are you looking at me?
Looks like the sheriff has arrived. You know what? I can't be bothered. Trolling people in murder mystery as a ladder. Scaring people in murder mystery as a stake. I'll start off by letting everyone know that I'm here. And then sneak up on them while being invisible and jump scare them. The sheriff wouldn't stop being a little bitch by shooting me from a distance, so I gave him my best left-right goodnight. His hitbox sucks.
Huge warning shot.
This is what happens when you think you can run away from me. I'll let you go for now. The sheriff knew I could turn invisible, so she started running away from me, but that wasn't gonna save her. Guys, I think she found a hiding spot. Scaring people in murder mystery as a stake. I'll start off by letting everyone...
Cache-toi vite du baladouk.
First round in and I somehow got murdered. But instead of turning invisible, I decided to glitch myself outside the map and sneak up on people that way instead. So I popped out of this door and killed the sheriff. But out of nowhere, the gun disappeared. Somehow this goofball took the gun, but I managed to get her. Wait, aren't you supposed to be... I can't believe this little shit is hacking. A few rounds later, I got murder again. I decided to sneak up on this couple because they wouldn't shut up.
Dude, you're gonna...
Even the hackers in this lobby couldn't escape me. I can see your toes, buddy. And just like that, I gave the last guy the left-right goodnight. First round in and I somehow got murdered. Trolling people in murder mystery as a chicken, I decided to go inside this truck and clone myself to confuse everyone. After a while, the sheriff started shooting the clones, thinking she's gonna shoot the real one, right when she shot Wilson. My knife got stuck in the air, but either way, I started chasing all the e-girls, and anyone who tried getting the gun failed to, because chickens have so much aura. A few rounds later, I did it again, and the sheriff started shooting the clones one by one. She almost shot Bobby at the end, but I jump scared her and chased her down. And the last person thought he was gonna get away with it. I tried the entire thing one last time, and this girl was staring at me behind the window, so she had to go. Afterwards, the sheriff came and started shooting my clone. I got mad when she shot Bobby and gave her the left-right goodnight. Trolling people.
What if your For You
Trolling people in murder mystery as the host. I start off by cloning myself 3 times and then hiding behind a door so the sheriff doesn't shoot my ass. Just when he shot the last clone, I popped out of nowhere with my big green muscles and chased everyone down. Literally no one could escape me, but that wasn't the end because I tried it again. Someone saw me and tried getting close, so I jump scared them. Bro, what the f— Anyway, I tried hiding in between the remaining clones and the sheriff shot a clone instead of me. Then I chased everyone down and showed the last person the left-right goodnight. Trolling people in murder mystery as a pigeon. I hid at the back after cloning myself so the sheriff doesn't shoot me. A few seconds later, I popped out of nowhere and accidentally got the bacon instead of the sheriff. But since I'm a pigeon, I'm unstoppable. So I chased everyone down. The last person knew I could see them, so I acted like I couldn't, even though she knew she was cooked. Afterwards, I did the same thing by cloning 3 of me on the table below while hiding. Then I decided to drop and give everyone the left-right goodnight. The sheriff almost killed me, but she forgot that I'm a pigeon. And just like that, I won. Trolling people. I decided to clone myself as a creeper to troll every server that I'm in, but in order to do that, I had to be murdered. I started off by spawning a bunch of creepers, and a few seconds later someone showed up confused, and her friend also showed up, and they said that they were scared, so I decided to chase them down, but the timer ran out, so I decided to do it again. And the same person from last round showed up, but the second more people started coming in and got too close. I chased them down, and I totally did not get shot. I tried the entire thing one last time before anyone saw me, but too many people started to show up, so I jump scared all of them and chased them down, and managed to win. I decided to scaring kids as Nightmare Mickey Mouse in murder mystery. First round I got murder and decided to sneak up on this guy and jump scare him. Then I started chasing everyone until someone got the gun, but they didn't know I was right in front of them. I found where the last person was, and she was hiding, and I think I just traumatized the entire server. A few rounds later I got murder again, and as you know, nobody can run or hide from me. This guy here thought he was good, so I gave him the left-right goodnight out of nowhere. And just like that, the last player decided to leave because hiding was no use. Scaring kids.
Have you?
First round in, and since I got murder, I decided to clone myself and troll the entire server. A few seconds went by, and a bunch of e-girls came in confused on why there's 4 of them. But the second they started moving my avatar, I sent them back to the lobby. I trolled people again when I got murder, and they were acting like they've never seen something like this before. I was waiting for the second someone moves me to start chasing everyone, but anyone who ran away failed to escape. I did it one last time, and the sheriff had no clue on which one was real. But the second he got a little too close, First round in, and somehow I'm murdered. But instead of just chasing everyone down, I decided to troll people this time.
Someone saw the sign and got in while the doors closed. I played it very sneaky, and I bet she's confused on why there's a poster in here.
I think people heard me and know that someone's in here. So I used my invisibility to sneak up on the sheriff so I don't get my ass shot. And once everyone saw the gun, they all started chasing after it. Someone managed to get the gun, but little did they know they were not gonna get away with it. And just like that, I won. First round.
I advise you don't.
First round in, and bro, what are you doing?
How are you hitting the splits?
Since I'm not the murder this round, I will break the murder's ankles. Little Timmy thinks he can escape. First round in, and bro, what are you doing?
How are you hitting the splits?
Since I'm not the murder this round, I will break the murder's ankles. Little Timmy thinks he can escape. Looks like someone has fallen in my trap. Bro might have the worst aim ever. I feel bad for this guy, because he doesn't know I'm invisible. Girl, what are you doing? I can literally see you. First round in, and I somehow got murdered. As you guys know, you can't hide from me. I was going against the sheriff, but then this happened. Who did you shoot? Afterwards, I chased everyone who tried running away from me, and they failed to escape. Remember what I said about hiding? And then I hit the last person with the left right goodnight and took the win. First round in, and First round in, and today was my lucky day. After thinking I wiped out the entire server, this little duck was still alive. So I said to him, any last words? Bro didn't know what to say, so he tried escaping, which obviously didn't work. Afterwards, I got sheriff, and I was chilling until this e-girl came out of nowhere as murder. But this was all part of my plan, which she didn't know. Later, I got lucky again, but ended up dying to this femboy pretending to be a girl. So I hit him with the left right goodnight and got my revenge. Afterwards, the duck somehow got his revenge too.
Bro, how the fuck?
Then another e-girl was murdered, so I broke her ankles and saved the entire server. First round in, and today was my lucky day. After thinking I wiped out the entire server, this little duck was still alive. So
if you think your age determines how smart you are completely wrong. Because look at these grown-ass women fail to answer some basic geographic questions.
Name 3 countries besides the USA.
Africa,
Does she know there are 54 countries in Africa?
Antarctica, Europe.
Okay, so she only knows continents. But that wasn't the fucking question.
Name 1 continent.
Greenland.
Greenland.
This woman probably doesn't even know what school is.
What is the capital of the USA?
That's a trick question.
How is that a trick question?
There's a capital of the whole USA?
The silence is pretty loud. You think you're... I'm about to show you my special technique that can take everyone out in a split second.
never mind, that was just a warm-up.
This time I'm actually going to try. Watch me break this penguin's ankles.
That was a close one.
This penguin here kept on winning every round, so I had to show him who daddy is and send him flying. He tried to get his revenge, so I ended his whole career. This goofy red penguin had the guts to go against me, so I used my spin jitsu secret technique and sent him back home. I'm about to show first round playing knockout, but with a few more players, and I was already getting targeted, but I had no idea on what the fuck was going on. Like, bro, I was literally spinning every 5 seconds. Like, what are the chances of coming first place?
Someone tell this guy to calm down. You guys might be thinking I'm safe here.
I tried my best over and over again, but nothing worked. I was about to rage quit, but I decided to give this game one last chance, and I was actually doing pretty good until this happened. Please subscribe.
Remember this.
First game in, and I see this penguin thinking he's the main character, so I will show him who Daddy Penguin is and send him flying.
Where are you going, bro?
Watch how this little penguin thinks he's gonna escape me.
Never mind. Trust me, guys, I'm locked in this time.
Look at these 2 little penguins thinking they're gonna escape me. I'll make sure not to embarrass myself this time and send the last penguin back to Antarctica. First game in, and I will face reveal if I lose this game of Rivals. So my opponent starts off by trying to burn me alive because he has no skill or any friends. So I decide to spam back at him. Apparently he's a YouTuber,
But he doesn't know that I'm also one.
so I give him the flicky Ricky trick shot and take the second round. On the third round, he killed me because I had to go use the bathroom. I mean, just look at this goofball spamming thinking it's gonna save him. Like he's so bad that he can't even kill me anymore. You guys didn't see that. I managed to get my revenge on him once again. He tried making a comeback, but sadly my aura was too much for him. I will face reveal. Somehow I spawned in front of this 3,000-pound penguin, but me and the boys decided to throw him off in a split second. This guy was making fun of me, so I had to teach him a lesson.
Let's hope I don't fall.
Now I will use my telekinesis to predict where this guy is going. He fell down like a good boy. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this guy, and now I'm going to dodge this guy and take the win. To prove even more how smart I am, I already predicted where this guy was going to go before he even thought about it. And now I feel bad for this guy because he knows he's cooked. Somehow One thing people don't know about me is that I'm the best when it comes to predicting someone's move. Bro, what the He just got lucky that round, so it didn't really count. Watch me use my telekinesis to win this round, because this goofball thinks I'm gonna play it